enough lip here, you can't get the shoes off. This one has no lip. But from where in the drum, there'll be a lip right here where the shoe doesn't contact, and you can't get the drum off because there's a piece in behind, so you have to back the shoes down. And that's when you're going to have to know about reaching in the hole to push the self-adjuster out of the way so that you can back down the shoes and make them small enough so you can get the drum on. And it's easier to see all of that right here. So I've got it as short as possible. All the parts are in the right place. And one of the things I do is I check to see that the holdback springs are holding them tight against the back. And then it pivots on the top. I should be able to knock the whole assembly that way and this way, see? And I'm doing that to ensure that all of it is freely mounted and able to move, and there's no binding. It's the right shoes, it's the right everything, and they're all in the right place. I'm happy with that assembly.
These other holes on the backing plate, are those just for inspection for the shoes?
That's just for shoe lining.
Okay.
It wouldn't have given us the improper shoe placement, you know, because we only see a tiny place there. But I told you there'd be two methods we could use to see what your brake lining is, and one of them is to disassemble it, which you wanted to try anyway, and the other one is to drill a hole in the backing plate where you can see the lining, and these have already got a hole in them. So with a flashlight you can check your lining anytime. Go there and look through the slot and see how much lining is on there. Only one that matters is the rear one. It looks like they do have a slot on the front one. That's pretty cool.
And why not use disc brakes on all four wheels?
Cost more money.
Okay.
Cheap. And they do now.
Yeah, they do now,
My new
right?
motorhome's got disc brakes on all four. And they got the same drums and the same shoes. What the heck? That's nice. It's amazing that they actually sold a vehicle that has the same parts on all four corners. That's my point, because always there's some freak, oh, the front one is a different number and the rear one's a different number. But these are all the same, which I thought was genius for a change. Okay, to get this reassembled, we got that cleanliness problem again. We got too much oil out here, or we're going to go on our brand new shoes, so we're going to have to do some oil wiping. We've got an inner bearing to put back in, which seemed to pass inspection well enough for me. It's in good shape. And we've got a seal to put in on top of it. We're clean enough. There's been no dust flying around. Nothing is beyond usable right there. So we'll put our bearing back in. Now, I was talking about this seal. The outer edge needs to be clean and dry. That gummy green sealant that's on there. It's sort of like plastic almost. So we're going to have to wipe it down. And then that means, too, that the place that it goes into needs to be clean and dry. Because if it's oily like it is right now, it's not even going to stick. It could float around in there, and it could even leak, too. So I want a nice clean rag and some brake clean on it, which will attack that oil on the rag, not in there, because I don't want a whole bunch of brake clean in the bearing. And I'm going to meticulously clean out the inside of that hole that we're about to hammer the seal into. So it's dry. That upper lip needs to be clean too. And there we go. Not putting any crud in the bearing or nothing. Now we got a nice safe place to hammer that seal into, but its edge needs to be clean. So does its lip, and I'll do that in a second. And we don't want to wipe that shit off, so I'm just doing a real quick wipe to get all the oil off. There. The seal's ready to go in, and we'll clean and lube its lip after we get it in there. Hammer?
Here. Regular hammer?
Yeah. Probably going to need a punch. Can't reach that deep, maybe. Yeah, I might make it. Probably going to need more power. Yeah, let's pull it out here.
Okay.
Get the right stuff.